Hello and welcome to my Look Ahead weekly video. Now I'm sure many of you will have been as shocked and concerned as I was to hear about the public order disturbances in Shoreham High Street on Saturday night. A couple of dozen young people, some as young as 14, were getting up to no good, many of them worse for wear for alcohol, and 2 police officers were assaulted. I want to pay tribute to the police response. We had a large number of police there very quickly. I'm glad to say that the 2 officers who were injured were not seriously injured, but badly shaken up. There really is no excuse for assaulting police officers who are there to protect our safety. A couple of years ago, we brought in legislation specifically to have an offence of assault against emergency service workers, and the government's now actually consulting on whether the penalties for such offences should be increased. I hope there are going to be consequences for those 15 people arrested, and certainly those who are below the age of 18, who are minors. There need to be some serious questions for their parents as well. On a happier note, earlier in the day on Saturday, I restarted my street surgeries to coincide with the Shoreham Farmers Market starting up again in Tolmount Lane. It went very well. We had a well-stewarded flow of people and socially distanced. We spoke to a number of people. We'll be doing it again as normal on the second Saturday in August, and we'll be starting up the Lancing Street surgeries in August as well. Now, as regards Parliament, we've got some sort of technical bits of legislation this week. We just passed the Stamp Duty Land Tax Relief Bill, which gives effect to the very welcome slashing of stamp duty for houses under £500,000 announced in the mini budget last week. We also have now reconstituted the Security and Intelligence Committee, a very important committee, which we've been waiting to get up and going for some time, and hopefully the 3 reports it's been sitting on, including a very important report on the influence of Russia, are going to be published over the next few weeks. We're also in Parliament dealing with the Parliamentary Constituencies Bill, which is going to give effect to a boundary review to try and equalise the size of constituencies again. Again, long overdue. We haven't had a boundary review for a long time. But the highlight of the week is no doubt going to be the non-domestic rating brackets public lavatories close brackets bill, which again is long awaited and will give business rates relief to public loos. I'm sure that's going to come as a great relief to many people. We've also got the Home Secretary appearing in front of the Home Affairs Select Committee, which I sit on this week. She'll no doubt be tackled on the new points-based immigration system, details which were announced on Monday, and I shall be asking her questions about the continuing problem with some of these really dangerous migrant crossings coming across the Channel from France. Now, one of the highlights of the mini-budget from the Chancellor last week was the Eat Out to Help Out scheme for local restaurants and pubs. Much needed boost to the hospitality industry, which has been disproportionately hit. That scheme is going to be operating throughout August, Monday to Wednesday, and you can register now, and any local restaurants and pubs and other eateries who want to do so, let me know and I'm happy to promote them on my website as well. No news yet on an update on Impulse Leisure. Good news, we can reopen gyms. That's not going to be the case, I'm afraid, with our local leisure centres. The council is working, and I've been speaking to various officers and councillors about trying to get an alternative provider if and when Impulse Leisure have to hand back the keys, which actually hasn't happened yet. A couple of other small things I've had queries about: the closing of the footpath on the west side of the River Adur in Shoreham. This isn't due to whatever developments are happening in the northeast corner of the airport. It's due to the fact that there has been leakage from the river to the opposite side of the river bank, to the effect they found salt thriving plants on the airport side of the bank, which shows there is water seepage. So hence they're going to have to do some refortifying works to those banks, and that's why the footpath is being closed, although why it has to be for such a long time, I don't know, and if we can get it opened up sooner, then obviously I will let you know. And also work is going to be undertaken soon for some fencing going around Southwick Green, where of course we had another recent unauthorised encampment by various caravans, and there will be some measures to hopefully prevent that happening, because it's been happening far too often in the future. Anyway, as usual, keep safe, and when it comes to August, eat responsibly.